universal form Vishwarupa. Very good. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatariणे. Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay, so today is Vishwarupa Sandarshana Yoga. I hope the screen is visible to you all. Okay, Vishwarupa. Today is the universal form of Krishna. So let's understand why Krishna showed this universal form, why Arjuna asked for this form, what is the story, what is the secret behind Krishna showing this form to Arjuna, what he wants to tell from this form, and what is the requirement or how important it is for a devotee to know about the universal form. Let's understand these things. And today, 6 sections that is done in this chapter. First is Arjuna request to show universal form. Then Krishna describes about universal form and he shows. And then Sanjaya, right? He's also there. So Sanjay is describing what Arjuna felt. Okay, Sanjay is also seeing universal form. Not just Krishna showed to Arjuna, but also Sanjaya saw. And then Arjuna himself tells how was the experience seeing this universal form. And what is the Krishna's reply when Arjuna asked some questions to the universal form of Krishna. So Krishna told some replies. And then ultimately Arjuna prayed, right? In yesterday's class also we saw in the 10th chapter, Arjuna prayed to Krishna. Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan. Right? So yesterday's class also Arjuna prayed. And today also Arjuna is going to pray in the end of this chapter. So what is the essence of this universal form? So many of them, they don't know why Krishna showed this universal form. So first shloka of Bhagavad Gita, that means the first shloka of this chapter of Bhagavad Gita is Arjuna uvacha mad anugrahaya paramam guhya adhyatma samnita yatvayokam vachastena mahoyam vigato mama. Arjuna said, I have heard your instruction on the confidential spiritual matter which you have so kindly delivered to me, and my illusion is now dispelled. Now Arjuna is saying here, what does Arjuna say? He confesses that his illusion was there, and now what happened after Krishna said in the 10th chapter about his own glories, Arjuna is now what his illusion is gone away, right? Arjuna himself is saying, Mahoyam vigato mama, that means all the illusions what I had, everything is now it's not there now, it's dispelled now. So now I really understood who are you, Krishna. Now Arjuna is telling like that. But then why Arjuna is asking for universal form? He is already convinced, no? Then why is the need of universal form that Arjuna wanted to see? Because Arjuna is asking in the later this thing. That means in the later shlokas, he's kindly pleased by mercy of you, Krishna. Please show me your universal form. Arjuna is asked like that. So why does Arjuna ask for universal form? Anybody can answer? Why is he asking? Arjuna is already
Mataji,
convinced.
as he was astonished by the description Krishna gave that he's a lion among animals, he's the biggest of the biggest. So he felt just like that, what might be the form that Lord dissipates.
So he wanted to see it now. No. Yes. He told in theory, but what is the practical, right? That's the thing, no, Rishi Prabhuji could. Another thing is that this is one reason what Prabhu told just now. There's another reason. Anybody knows that another reason why Krishna showed universal form to Arjuna? Like why Arjuna asked a universal form? One is that what Prabhu just told. He said, Krishna told, I'm that, this. But now to show him, no, I'm that, then show to me. How great are you? So then he showed. But why Arjuna wanted still to see that universal form when he is already convinced? There's another reason. Anybody knows? He tells in Bhagavad Gita this reason. To whom to convince? Arjuna is convinced. So why is this universal form? Whom to convince this? This universal form, especially Arjuna asked to Krishna because he wanted to convince the atheistic people and Mayavadi people, right? Because today, Kali Yuga, how many of them are claiming that they are Kalki, right? In 2012, there was somebody who claimed, I am Kalki, Kalki, right? Then show Vishwarupa because Krishna showed Vishwarupa. So you also show Vishwarupa to convince normal people that Krishna is not blindly saying he is actually supreme. Then show the universal form, right? That was Arjuna's request to Krishna. You told Krishna, you told, but then there are some foolish people who don't trust in the words. They want to see. Then please show me a universal form so that I will convince such people who tell that Krishna is just like a human. Let them show if they are God. No, people, there are some people, you are also God, I am also God, everybody is God. No, when we die, we will become God. Then show Vishwarupa. Nobody can do that. Only Krishna can do that. Sanjay knows what's happening present in the Bhumi. Yes, Vyasadeva gave Sanjay the eyes. Varuni Mataji's question is that Mataji, did Krishna knew that Sanjaya knows what is happening, like what is happening in present means in Yuddha Bhumi, especially in the Bhagavad Gita time? Yes, Sanjaya, Krishna knew because Krishna himself is Sri Krishna, and this thing, no, he is Vyasa. Krishna Vyasa Dvaipayana, is Vyasa himself. So Vyasa gave that eyes, the divine eyes to Sanjaya. So Krishna himself gave the eyes to Sanjaya to see. He was not seeing from a normal eyes like what we see. He was seeing from the divine eyes given by Vyasa, who is none other than Krishna. So Krishna already knew. Even though he may not have given, but Krishna knows everything, no? So he knows already. Okay. So now, why Arjuna asked? Because to convince normal people in this material world, the other people, right? So we tell Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ever showed Vishwarupa? Did he show Vishwarupa to anybody? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yes, to whom, Rishi? Yes, very good. Advaita Acharya. Very good. So yes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also showed Vishwarupa to Advaita Acharya. So he confirmed that in Kali Yuga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself is Krishna. So those who claim that I'm Krishna, I'm God, then show Vishwarupa, you can't. So to convince normal people that Krishna is not just a normal human being who walked in this earth, but he's the supreme personality of Godhead. To show this, Arjuna asked Krishna to show his universal form. So what is Krishna Arjuna asking here? Oh lotus-eyed one, I have heard from you in detail about your appearance and disappearance of every living entity, as realized through your inexhaustible glories. O greatest of all personalities, O supreme form, though I see you here before me in your actual position, as you have described yourself, I wish to see how you enter into this cosmic manifestation. I want to see that form of yours. So now Arjuna is telling your actual position, your original form is this form, which Krishna is now, right? With Shama Sundara. That form is original. Arjuna knows it. But then what form he is asking? He's asking in this cosmic manifestation, that is universal form. Universal form is not permanent form of Krishna. It's just a temporary form, but then it's true form. Universal form is a true form, but then it comes for temporary cause and then goes away. But the original form, what we see here, this form, two-handed form of Krishna, is the original form. So Arjuna is asking, I have seen your original position, Krishna, but I want to see that form which you explained in the 10th chapter. That is what? Big universal form. So can we demand Krishna to show Vishwarupa? If Krishna comes in front of me, can I ask Krishna to show? I can demand him, Krishna, show me your Vishwarupa. Can I demand like that to Krishna? What do you all think? Can you demand Krishna to show his Vishwarupa and show me your Vishwarupa? You can ask like that. Will he show? Yes, yes, Sairaj. You can unmute and tell.
Mataji, first we have to, bring ourselves to the position of Arjun.
We have to first bring ourselves to that position of what Arjuna is. Arjuna is not demanding Krishna, no? Yes, Ritika, he's requesting him devotionally. Yes, correct. We can't demand Krishna, as I said, no? We can't demand him. Krishna has to will. Only that time it happens, no? So many people are there. They have so many demands. Will Krishna simply give them whatever they ask? No. First, he'll see what is the eligibility, right? That's the main thing. So, what does Arjuna ask? How Arjuna asks? Let's see. मन्यसे यदि तच्चक्यं मया द्रष्टुतुम् इति प्रभो योगेश्वर ततो मे त्वं दृश्यातामानम् अव्ययम्. If you think, what is Arjuna telling? Manyase yadi, if you think that I will be able to hold your cosmic manifestation. First, Arjuna kept his desire that I want to see your cosmic manifestation. Then he asked, if I will be able to see, if I can behold this huge form of yours, O master of all mystic power, that is the Yogeshwara, that's why Krishna is called Yogeshwara, then, if so, then kindly show me your unlimited universal self. If you think I'm eligible to see Krishna, then you show. That's how the prayer should be. When we pray to Krishna, Krishna, if you desire so, then let it happen. That should be our prayer. Not that Krishna, please make it, please. No, Krishna won't like it. Krishna likes when you fully surrendered. How can you fully surrender? First pray that if you wish so, Krishna, let it happen. That's how devotees ask for Krishna's favor, not that they force him. So what does Krishna tell here? The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Arjuna, O son of Pritha, see now the opulence, hundreds and thousands of very divine and multicolored form. He's speaking about the universal form. Okay, so now, still further, Krishna tells that, which one? O best of Bharata, that means the son or Arjuna, see here the different manifestation of Adityas, Vasus, Rudras, Ashwini Kumaras, and other demigods. Behold many wonderful things which no one has ever seen or heard or before. Right? Krishna is now showing his universal form. Whatever he told in the previous, he told, I'm Vishnu, I'm Adityas, I'm the Vishnu in the Adityas and Shiva in the Rudras. Now he's showing all the Adityas, all the Rudras, everybody he's showing now, right? That's not just one or two. He's like millions and millions of forms Krishna is showing at once. So Krishna, what does he tell? This kind of a form, never ever people have seen this form before, or never they have heard about this universal form, nor they have seen this form. So do you really think nobody saw this universal form before Krishna showed to Arjuna? is this jumping? Okay, now can you tell me, before Arjuna saw this Vishwarupa, did anybody else also see this? No, Surya didn't see this form. He is just a kind of a this one. Surya is a part of Vishwarupa. So, did you ever see or heard that somebody saw Vishwarupa before? I don't know what happened to my screen. Okay. Anyways, did you hear? What about Yashoda Maya? When Krishna ate mud, he showed Vishwa, right? But was it the same Vishwarupa which Arjuna saw? Or was it different? Think. What, like, when Yashoda Maya saw the whole world in this, yes, it was universe, not universal form, right? Seeing universe itself, Yashoda Maya was painting. Then Krishna thought, if I show her universal form, it will be very difficult for her to digest. So he didn't show. What about Duryodhana? In Mahabharata, it's told that he showed Vishwarupa, but what kind of a form it was? To convince Duryodhana that I am the same supreme personality, Krishna showed one form. Which form was that? Was it Vishwarupa or which form was it? Anybody knows? It was just a half of Vishwarupa. It was not even like Krishna told in 10th chapter, no, just a spark. So of Vishwarupa for Duryodhana, when he went for Shanti Prastav, that means he wanted to stop the war. Then Duryodhana did not. He wanted to bind Krishna in rope. That time Krishna showed him just a spark of Vishwarupa, and Duryodhana got frightened and he ran away from there. So just to tell that this Vishwarupa form which Arjuna was seeing, it was the first time anybody saw that form. It was so different. So that's what Krishna is telling. This form has nobody ever seen such form. So why could Arjuna only see this form? Why was that? Which eyes he had? Arjuna had. If I have to see, I have to use my eyes, no. But what about Arjuna's eyes? Which kind of an eye did Arjuna have? Anybody knows? Yes, divine. Yes, correct. Yes, Rishi and Ritika are correct. Krishna gave him Divya Chakshus, that means the divine eyes, to see the Vishwarupa. That's why Arjuna was able to see. The same divine eyes even the Devatas have. So they were also able to see Vishwarupa. Not just Arjuna, even it was said in that's why Devatas could come and they were frightened. If you later in this chapter, Arjuna explains, even Sanjay explains how in the cloud all the Devatas are chanting out of fear because so much fire is coming from Vishwarupa, from his body. So everybody are praying to Krishna. Please stop this destruction. What is happening? Stop your Vishwarupa. We can't tolerate. So even Devatas could see that because the same divine eyes was there. Already they have divine eyes. But then Arjuna first had what we have, normal eyes. But then Krishna gave him the divine eyes. So that's what the thing is. So whatever you wish to see can be seen at once in this body. This universal form can be shown you all that you now desire, as well as whatever you may desire in the future. Everything is here completely. Vishwarupa is not just the present, it shows even the future, what is happening in the future. Like when we go to a theater, 3D movie, so we have to wear a kind of spectacles which will suit that movie. No, if you're going to 3D movie, you can't wear the normal spectacles. They'll give you a special spectacle so that specs to see, all the visions coming here, there, so that you can enjoy the movie. No, similarly, Arjuna had eyes, but in that eyes, that eyes was kind of a normal. And to be more into detail, he had eyes of love for Krishna. So he could see that Krishna's beautiful form, but then he could not see that universal form. So Krishna made him to go one level down. See, first is the human like form of human eyes, which we have. Second is the divine eyes, even Devatas have that. Third is the eyes of love, which only devotees have to see Krishna, so that they see Krishna everywhere. No, like Madhavendra Puri, they saw Krishna coming to them. Why? They had the eyes of love. So Arjuna had that eyes. So Krishna is like with these eyes, even Yashoda Maya has. That's why she could not recognize he's the supreme personality of God. So Arjuna also had that eyes. Then Krishna, what did he do? He brought that level little down so that Arjuna could see whatever he wanted, that furious form of universal. So he said, you keep that eyes of what you say, the eyes of love, keep it aside for some time. Now take this divine eyes so that you can see the universal form of Krishna. So he could see the universal form. Like I said, the example of 3D glasses. If you want to see the 3D movie and enjoy it, then you should have a 3D glasses. Just normalize what is the enjoyment there, no? Similarly, to see Vishwarupa, Arjuna wanted Divya Chakshus, that means the divine eyes. So now what does Krishna says? But you cannot see me in your present eyes. Why? He's in divine love, so he can't see this universal, fierceful form of Krishna. So that's why Krishna is like, I'll give you the divine eyes so that you will see my opulence, this thing, mystical opulence everywhere. Right? Even in the 9th chapter, he says this. 10th chapter, he says this mystic opulence. So now Sanjaya on the other side. Where is Sanjaya? Near Dhritarashtra, right? He is also witnessing this. Why? As I said, Vyasadeva gave him divine eyes, right? The same eyes which Krishna is giving to Arjuna, which Devatas had, the same eyes was given to Sanjaya also by the mercy of Vyasadeva. And Vyasadeva is none other than Krishna himself. So he gave so that Dhritarashtra could understand something, but unfortunately he could not understand anything. He saw entire destruction, but nothing went to his head. Why? He was fully ignorant. That's why. So Sanjaya had, but Sanjaya was like in ecstasy. He was enjoying. He didn't know. He didn't bother what Dhritarashtra is thinking. He was like enjoying. See, Arjuna is going to fight now. He's enjoying because he's a devotee of Krishna. So he was enjoying everything. Whatever was there, he was like whatever Pandavas were doing, he was enjoying that. He didn't bother about what Dhritarashtra was thinking. So now what is Sanjay saying? Evam ukva tato rajan mahayogeshwaro hari darshayamasa partaya paramam rupa aishwaram. So Sanjay is saying, O king, speaking thus, like what Krishna just now told, that by this eyes you can't see, so I'm giving you the divine eyes. So the supreme personality of Godhead, the Lord of all mystic power, this personality of Godhead displayed his universal form to Arjuna. So how is the universal form? Sanjay says, Arjuna saw the universal form and it's like unlimited mouth, unlimited eyes, and it was all wondrous. The form was decorated with divine dazzling ornaments and arrayed in many cups. He was garlanded gloriously and there was many scents smeared over his body. All was magnificent, all expanding, unlimited. This was seen by Arjuna. So universal form is not constant. It goes on expanding, unlimitedly expanding. So Sanjay is telling this was seen by Arjuna. How was it? Millions, millions, millions of everything, right? So if hundreds of thousands of sun rose up at once into the sky, they might resemble the effulgence of the supreme person in the universal form. So how was the effulgence coming from Krishna's body in the universal form? It was like hundreds of thousands of sun rays were coming. We can't bear the heat of one sun here. So Arjuna saw the whole Vishwarupa, which was like hundreds of thousands of sun rays, but nothing happened to him. Why? Because he had a divine eyes. No, that's what Krishna was telling. If you are in this eyes, you will become blind if you see this. So better I give you divine eyes so that you can see in a better way. So then at that time, Arjuna could see the universal form of Lord, the unlimited expansion of the universe situated in one place, although divided into many, many thousands. Then, bewildered and astonished, his hair standing on the end, Arjuna began to pray with his folded hands, offering obeisances to the Supreme Lord. Now think your friend, your best friend, your cousin, and suddenly you see the universal form, and you see that he's the supreme personality of Godhead, who is just like a friend and cousin. It is a frightful condition of Arjuna, yet he's amazed to see that. Right? Arjuna said, "My dear Lord Krishna, I see assembled together in your body all the demigods." What Arjuna is seeing now, all the demigods. That means all the Devi Devatas, everybody were in the body of Krishna in the universal form. Right? Everybody started coming inside. They are like going inside the universal form. So that to show that they are all inside or serving Krishna like a different hands. Like there is a president, there is a prime minister, but he can't go everywhere, right? He doesn't want. He has some his own work or important work. Although he can go everywhere, but he chooses to do his own work, which is more important than any other work. To all other works which are not so important, he gives it to the ministers. That's what happens no in parliament. Such ministers are there. You give them so much of work. There are so many departments to take care. So Krishna won't bother everything to take care. He gives it to demigods. But if demigods want some permission, if ministers want some permission, they have to go to the prime minister or president, right? Similarly, demigods, they are part of Krishna, who are serving Krishna. So when universal form was shown, all demigods were going to Krishna. Why? They are part of Krishna. No, that's why they are going to Krishna. And whenever there is permission required, then they have to go to Krishna to ask that. So Krishna is showing, see, I'm the supreme. Everybody are coming to me now. All the body, limbs, everywhere the demigods are situated. And the various other living entities like Yaksha, Danavas, everywhere, everybody was there. So I see Brahma sitting in the lotus flower, as well as Lord Shiva and many sages and divine serpents. So he saw everybody in Vishwarupa. So then what is Arjuna telling? O Lord of the universe, O universal form, I see your body, many, many arms, bellies, mouths, and eyes expanded everywhere without limit. I see you, no end, no middle, no beginning. So Vishwarupa, as I said, it's all expanding, everywhere it's going. Next, what does Arjuna say? Your form is difficult to see because the glaring effulgence spreading all over the sides and like blazing fire or the immeasurable radiance of the sun. Yet I see this glowing form everywhere and adorned with the various crown, clubs, and discs. So, as I said, you can't see one sun. Now, thousands of suns are coming. So, Vishwarupa is so effulgent. So, it was like difficult to see for Arjuna. But yet he was so amazed to see this. You are the supreme primal objective. You are the unlimited resting place of all this universe. You are inexhaustible and you are the oldest, and you are the maintainer of the eternal religion, the personality of Godhead. This is my opinion. Now see what Arjuna is getting as the opinion. So when he saw Vishwarupa, he concluded that Krishna, yes, Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. He concluded, he said, that's my opinion. So you are the origin without beginning, middle, and the end. You are the numberless arms, the sun, the moon are amongst your great unlimited eyes. But by your own radiance, you are heating this universe, entire universe. So when Prabhupada was asked, somebody atheist came near Prabhupada and he was like, Prabhupada, show me Krishna. Where is, you say God is here, God is God, God is there, God is there, then show me your God. So Prabhupada, he was a bit angry because he was like not respecting Krishna, not respecting the scriptures. He was going on blasphemy. So Prabhupada was like, yes, I'll show you who is Krishna. Where is Krishna? Come with me. He pulled the hand of that atheist and took him outside in the garden. And he was like, you can see the sun? That's eyes of Krishna. So why? How did that come? Because Krishna himself is saying in Bhagavad Gita, the sun and the moon are amongst the unlimited eyes of Krishna. So sun and moon are like eyes of Krishna. So Krishna is constantly seeing us. Who remembers? Now, yesterday we read, day before yesterday we read, Krishna is like a taste of water. How many of us drank water? Every day we are drinking. Do we remember Krishna? Very less. We don't even remember him, right? Krishna is giving this as opportunity. By seeing sun, you can remember Krishna. By drinking water, you can remember Krishna, right? There is unlimited opportunity to remember Krishna, but we choose not to remember Krishna. That's our mistake, right? So unlimited arms are there to Krishna. The sun is like eye of Krishna. Moon is like eye of Krishna. Krishna is telling that. Although you are one, you are spread throughout sky and the planets and all space between. O great one, as I behold this terrible form, I see the planetary system are perplexed. That means all Devi Devatas are perplexed. What will happen now? What will happen? Because the heat is coming out. That's what they are getting heat. Why? Krishna is showing the universal form. Universal form does not mean it's related only to the earth. It was expanding. It was expanding to the Swarga, even bigger than that, right? That's what Arjuna was seeing. And all the demigods, because he got divine eyes, he could see demigods. So what does Arjuna tell? All demigods are surrendering and entering into you. Why? They want to enter, they want to serve Krishna, they are going near Krishna. They are very much afraid and folded hand, they are singing the Vedic hymns. And all the various manifestations of Lord Shiva, Adityas, Vasus, Sandhyas, and Vishwadevas, and two Ashwinis, the Marutas, the forefathers, the Gandharvas, Yakshas, Asuras, and the perfected demigods, and beholding you in wonder. They're just seeing Krishna. How Krishna was just like 200 form, and now he's like this much big form. So they are so astonished and they are like praying. What to pray? They are like so much they are praying. And then what happened? They are now disturbed. Why? Krishna is showing the furious form now. Oh, mighty Amdon, all the planets with the demigods are disturbed by the seeing your many faces, eyes, arms, bellies, legs, and your terrible teeth. And all as they are disturbed, so am I. Even Arjuna is getting disturbed now. Why? Why is Arjuna getting disturbed? Why do you think Arjuna is getting disturbed? Arjuna was happy till the beginning, right? I want to see Vishwarupa, I want to see Vishwarupa. Then he saw Vishwarupa, he was like appreciating, and suddenly he's like, I'm disturbed. Why? Why is that changes coming in Arjuna? What is happening in Arjuna now? Can anybody tell? Yes, he considered Krishna as his cousin. Now, what kind of a relationship he had with Krishna when he was like cousin and friend? What kind of a relationship he had? And what kind of a relationship he's now having with the Vishwarupa form of Krishna? They're totally different, right? North Pole and South Pole. They're totally different. He was like loving Krishna in two-handed forms. He's so happy. But then suddenly when he saw, he got disturbed. Why? First of all, Arjuna is the devotee of Krishna. And devotee is like only the two-handed form of Krishna because it's the main form, right? Ekala Ishvara Krishna. Krishna's form is the main form. So only two-handed form, the Shyamasundara form. But then Krishna is now showing his Vishwarupa, which is only for this material world what he showed, like this whole universe. But then he was not satisfied. Then he got little afraid of that also, because so much fire is coming. That's what even what happened to Yashoda Maya. For her son was less like a small child, and when he showed the universe, she got bewildered, she got disturbed, right? In that rasa, Vatsalya rasa, she got disturbed. Similarly, Arjuna was in the Sakya rasa, the friendship of Krishna, but then suddenly he got disturbed. Why? This is not, you can't see, first of all, you can't have any relationship with Vishwarupa. Can you have a kind of joking relationship with Vishwarupa? You can't. Why? There's so many faces, there's so many and fierceful, all huge teeth you can see. You can't have any kind of a relationship. You can't even serve him properly. But you can serve the Shamasundara form of Krishna, the two-handed flute of Krishna. You can have a nice relationship with that form. But you can't have that kind of a relationship with the universal form. Anybody keeps the universal form in the home and worships that? Nobody. Why? It's not practical to worship that form. You can't worship. But then you can worship the form of the two-handed form of Krishna. Why? The four-handed form of Vishnu or two-handed form of Krishna. Why? They accept your relationship, not the universal form. That's what Arjuna was feeling. He was feeling disturbed because he was looking so furious. Krishna was looking so furious here, right? That's the reason why Arjuna could not get into that ha of Krishna. Then what happened there? Oh, all pervading Vishnu, seeing you with your many radiance, colors touching the sky, your gaping mouth, and your great glowing eyes, my mind is perturbed by the fear. Okay, the text is very difficult to read. I can no longer maintain my steadiness and the equilibrium of the mind. So that's what Krishna is telling now. Arjuna is telling that it's becoming very difficult for me to see Krishna because it's so huge and it's expanding. My mind is losing. I'm losing my mind. He's telling that. And then all sons of Dhritarashtra's, now he sees the Rudra or the fearful form of Vishwarupa. Vishwarupa, one sense, Vishwarupa was very silent in the first part, where he showed all his mouth, all his bellies, and everything. It was very kind of a silent type of Vishwarupa. Now it's expanding to the fearful stage. Why? You can see this fire coming from the mouth of Krishna here, this side. What is happening? All the Kaurava and his own armies, they are rushing inside the mouth of Krishna. He's rushing inside the mouth of Krishna, and the teeth of Krishna, he's smashing all the heads of Kauravas. He's like uh, biting the head, and the blood is coming out. So Arjuna saw this, he's like fearful. Krishna, you're killing the Kauravas, all the Dronacharya, the Dhritarashtra son, the Kauravas, the Karna, Bhishma, everybody are killed by the Vishwarupa of Krishna. So actually, Arjuna is showing Arjuna that you're not killing Arjuna, I already killed them. So you're just like an instrument. Nimitta matra bhava savyasachi. You're just the nimitta, you're just the instrument. Actual killer is me. I am the Kala, right? Krishna says in the previous chapters also, in the 10th chapter, right? I am the time. I'm the death personified. I am actually killing, not you, Arjuna. You're just the instrument. That's what Krishna wanted to show from this universal form. I am actually killing. So Arjuna was engulfing, Krishna was engulfing all the Kauravas. So now Krishna says that as many way, Arjuna says, like the rivers, you have seen the rivers when they come to in contact with the ocean, it comes very fast and just enters. You can see the lines in the rivers, right? The ocean side, you can see some lines coming. So they are like super fast. Similarly, Arjuna is saying, like all the rivers are coming to the ocean. Similarly, all the Kauravas, they are rushing into the mouth of Krishna. They're just rushing into the mouth of Krishna's universal form. And Krishna is just keep on biting their head and they're smashed. So that's what Krishna showed uh, Arjuna. I see all the people rushing full speed into your mouth, and the mouth dashes the destruction of the blazing fire. So, O Lord of the Lord, so fearful form, please tell me who you are. I am offering obeisances unto you. Please be gracious to me. You are the primal Lord. I want to know about you, for I do not know what your mission is. So now Arjuna is like, I want to know why I'm doing this, what is happening, what you wanted. So all these questions are coming in Arjuna's mind. He asked. So what does Krishna says? Kalo asmi, I am the death and the destruction of the world. So asmi, kshaya krita pravruddho, lokan samaharutam iha pravritta. That means Kalo Asmi, that means I'm the destructor of the whole world. And I have come to engage all people, with the exception of you, Pandavas, that means all the Pandavas. All the soldiers here on the both side will be slain. Only Pandavas will remain. Everybody will be killed. That's what Arjuna is telling. So now what Krishna is telling? Tasmat tvam uttishta yasho labdha. Tasmat tvam. That's why. Get up and fight. So everywhere you can see Krishna telling Arjuna to get up and fight. Anywhere he told Arjuna, you should not fight. Shanti, Shanti, you should be peaceful. Gita never gives peace formula like that. He says, Krishna says, do your duty. Do your duty. That's what Arjuna, he tells Arjuna again. Tasmat tvam uttishta yasho labasva jitva shatrun bhunkshva rajyam samruddham. That means you will get you will kill all the enemies and enjoy the kingdom. Maya tvaya nihata purvam eva nimitta matra bhavasavya sachi. That means that means Krishna already put everyone to the death. Mayetva nihata purvam eva. I already put them into the death. So what you should do, Arjuna? You should just become the instrument in my hand. Like the doctor. That's instrument work or the doctor actually works. Doctor actually works. He has the knowledge. He knows what he will do. What does the instrument do? What does the surgical instruments do? They're just in the hands of a doctor. The surgical instrument themselves won't do anything. Doctor has to move, right? Similarly, Krishna is like, you just become the instrument in my hand. I will move. You don't have any independent choice, Arjuna. You can't tell I'm renouncing or anything. For renouncing, there should be something called yours. No, everything is mine. What will you renounce? Right? There are some people, simply they'll tell, I'll renounce everything and go. First of all, show me what is yours in this world. Nothing is yours. What will you renounce? Renouncing is not. Renouncing is a big thing. People have just make it as a joke. So Krishna is like, what is the any other thing? You're just like an instrument in my hand. So how can I become the instrument of Krishna? That is the surrendering to you. Whatever Krishna has given in these Bhagavad Gita, let me put into my heart and let me do it by myself. Right? When I do it myself, then what happens? I'm becoming a Krishna. I'm just becoming an instrument in the hands of Krishna. When I tell Krishna, as you wish, whatever you wish, let it happen, then I have a desire. But then ultimately, you think that only Krishna can sanction it. Nobody else can sanction, right? When the devotee thinks in that way, then actually you are becoming an instrument in the hand, right? You do work, but then you think that I'm doing all this work, but then I'm just an instrument in Krishna's hand. If he wants, let him take away from this work or let him keep me in this work. Doesn't matter. I should be always serving Krishna. That should be the mood of any person. So the blessed Lord said, all the great warriors, Drona, Bhishma, Jayadratha, Karna, are already destroyed. simplified, and you will vanquish your enemies. So here we can see Arjuna's and Pandavas killed nobody. Actually, Krishna killed. When Barbarik, the son of Ghatotkach, the Bhima's grandson, he was a kind of a robotic, he'll just go wherever people are less. So Krishna thought, if like that happens, then it's kind of an injustice, no? You have to work for one team. You can't work for both the teams. So he's like, I'll cut your whole body and I'll keep only the upper, what you say, upper face of yours. And I'll keep in the top of the mountain. There was a mountain in Kurukshetra, and on the top of that mountain, I'll keep you. So Krishna placed him over there. So when everything finished, all the war finished after 18 days, they came to that barbaric, and Bhima asked out of proud, who killed many of them? We are Pandavas are there, Krishna is there. So out of us, how many like who is the great killer? That means who killed the most warriors? Who is it? Bhima was very proud because he killed 100 sons of Kauravas. No, so barbaric will take his name, he thought. And however, he's the grandson. But then Barbarik, before grandson, he is the best devotee of Krishna. So he is like, my dear grandfather, I did not see anybody other than Krishna. Krishna was killing. Krishna was fighting with Krishna. Krishna was killing another Krishna. That means he was just seeing only Krishna everywhere. He actually saw that he said, you were all just like an instrument for Krishna. Actually, Krishna was fighting. Then Bhima thought, oh, that is actually the reality. We didn't fight. It was Krishna's decision. Krishna already planned this fight. So he was the one who was doing. So that's what Krishna is telling here also. You just become the instrument in my hand, Arjuna. So now Sanjay is now continuing to the Dhritarashtra. O king, after hearing these words from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Arjuna trembled, fearfully offered the obeisances with the folded hands, and began flattering and to speak the follows. O Rishikesha, the world becomes joyful upon hearing your name, and thus everyone becomes attached to you. Although the perfect beings offer you their respectful homage, the demons are afraid and they flee here and there. All this is rightly done. So when Vishwarupa was shown, demigods were praying, the sages were praying. And what does the demons do? They were running here and there seeing Krishna's form. They were like, Krishna will kill us now, Krishna will kill us. So they were running here and there. But this was seen by Arjuna. So, O great one, who stands above them, even Brahma, you are the original master. That means, as I said, Brahma came from the navel of Vishnu. So Vishnu was already there, right? Vishnu was already there. The second creator, the first creator is Vishnu. The second creator is Brahma. So you are the original master. Why should they not offer their homage up to you, O limitless one, O refuge of the universe? You are the inconceivable source, the cause of the all causes, the transcendental to this material manifestation. You are the original personality of Godhead. You are the only sanctuary to the manifested cosmic world. You are known, you know everything, and you are all that is knowable. You are the above the three modes of material nature, O limitless one. This whole cosmic manifestation is permitted by you. So now this is the prayers of Arjuna, which Sanjay is telling to Krishna. O master of the senses, the world becomes joyful. The same thing, right? When you hear Krishna's name, Arjuna tells, by hearing Krishna's name, the whole world becomes attached to Krishna. Right? Krishna means Sarva Akashati iti Krishna. So that's what Krishna is like that. Okay. He's Krishna means the Sanskrit word that means he's all attractive. So Krishna's name is also all attractive. That's what Arjuna is telling here. So we should chant the holy name of Krishna as much as possible. You are the supreme personality of Godhead, the original personality of Godhead, the oldest of the unlimited sanctuary. That means he's the oldest, but yet he's never changed. When we become old, all the wrinkles will start coming on us. But Krishna is just like 16-year-old boy, right? I have in the past addressed you as, oh Krishna, oh Yadava, oh my friend, right? Saketi matva prasamam prasabham yat uttame Krishna he Yadava he Saketi. I have told you like, hey Krishna, hey Yadava, right? Like when we are friends, best friends, you don't really care what is his position. You just call him like your friend. So Arjuna also called Krishna like, oh Krishna, oh Yadava. Yadava means the king of Yadus, one of the among the Yadus. Oh my dear friend, oh Saketi. And we were sitting in the same bed, we were speaking, we were having food in the same plate. So I was just thinking you as my friend and cousin. I didn't know you are the whole master of this whole universe. So please forgive me if I've done any mistake. So did really Arjuna make any mistake? No, he was just making what Krishna wanted. He was just doing uh, whatever. He was giving pleasure to Krishna. When Arjuna was there, Krishna was enjoying every moment with Pandavas, right? So Arjuna was not making any offense. Why is Arjuna asking, please excuse me of my offense? Because it shows how devotees are. We should not be overconfident. Oh, Krishna will like me. I am now in Krishna consciousness. I am devotee of Krishna. So whatever I do, Krishna will like. We should not have that kind of overconfidence. We should be always what? We should be always careful while serving Krishna. We should be very careful while serving Krishna. We might think Krishna will like. What? Who knows what if he doesn't like? No, we should not think like that. Rather, we should be devotees are always careful and fearful. Devotees are careful that they make no offense. And they are very fearful. That means not like a material fear. They are fear of losing Krishna. Once you make offense to Krishna, offense to the devotees of Krishna, then it's automatically you will start losing your devotional taste. So devotees are very careful and very fearful that they don't want to do any mistakes. So same affection Arjuna is having. So if I have done, we were sleeping in the same bed, we were eating, we were eating the same food. Whatever I left, you ate, Krishna. So that's offense. Please don't mind it. So Arjuna is becoming careful about his devotional service. So that's here told. Okay. That's why he is asking pardon because of this. So after seeing the universal form, which I have never seen before, I'm gladdened, but at the same time, it's disturbing with fearful. Therefore, please bestow me upon grace, upon revealing again your form of the personality, O Lord, O abode of the universe. So now, Arjuna is asking, please show me another form of yours, which is like the secondary form. This is the material for the material people or this material manifestation. You are showing universal form. Above that, there is another form of yours, Krishna, which is it. So, O universal Lord, I wish to see that form, which is with the four-arm form, with helmet on the head, and the club, wheel, horns, and the lotus flower in the hand. I long to see you in that form. So, Arjuna is asking about the Vishnu form of Krishna. So, he wanted to show the Vishnu form. O best of the Kuru warriors, no one before you have ever seen the universal form of mine. So Krishna is telling that never ever this form was shown to anybody. Neither those who have studied Vedas, not even for Brahmanas I showed this form, not even big sages I showed this form. Just because you are my devotee and you are my friend, I am showing this form to you. But not by the charities. Nobody can get Krishna by doing so-called Manav Seva. Nobody can get God's grace like that. To get God's grace, you should serve God, right? So that's what Krishna is telling. Only you have seen this. Your mind has been perturbed upon seeing the horrible feature of mine. Now let it be finished. My devotee, be free from all disturbance. With the peaceful mind, you now see whatever the form you desire. So he showed the four-handed form back. And then Krishna is like, then Sanjaya said to Arjuna, the Supreme Personality of God, while speaking thus to Arjuna, She showed him the 400 form, and at last he showed the 200 form, thus the encouraging the fearful Arjuna. So now, what did Arjuna ask here? You show me the original form after this, right? So Arjuna is like, he showed the 400 form, and suddenly he came to the 200 form back. So when Arjuna saw this Krishna in his original form, so now which is the original form? The 200 form, right? The 400 form he showed in the middle. Then again he came to the 200 form. So he was the original form, and he said, seeing the human-like form of the form is so beautiful. The mind is now pacified. I'm restored to my original nature. Arjuna is like, this form which you showed, the 200 human-like form, is so beautiful, Krishna. It's so beautiful. I just want to see that form of yours, not this universal of 400 form. My dear Arjuna, so Krishna is telling, my dear Arjuna, the form which you are seeing now is the very difficult to behold. So Krishna is like universal form. One second. Okay. Yes. So Krishna is like, whatever form I had shown you as the universal form is like, it can be seen by the demigods also. No, it can be seen by the sages, it can be seen by demigods. Even demigods were seeing, even asuras were seeing. They also had the subtle form, they were also seeing, right? Even Arjuna saw. That's not a big deal to see universal form. Now Krishna is revealing, that's not a big deal to see my universal form. And 400 form, I'm in Vaikuntha. Everybody can see that in Vaikuntha, but it's little difficult. Only the sages like Brahma, Shiva, they can see that form. Little higher. But Krishna's form, it's not so easy to see. Krishna is like, which form I am in now, the 200 human-like form, it's very difficult to see. Even Brahma and Shiva, they can't see this form very easily. They have to come here and see. It's not so easy. Even demigods are seeking the opportunity to see this form, which is so dear. So Krishna reveals us. So how fortunate we are. When you come to ISKCON temples, you can see that 200 form of Krishna. That's why many of them ask, why don't you worship the Vishnu? Why are you worshipping Krishna form? Because Krishna himself is saying, because Krishna's form, the 200 form, is very rare to see. That's what Krishna is revealing. So how can I see Vishwarupa? That means, how can I see Krishna? See how beautiful Krishna is. More than that, Vishwarupa, Krishna's form is very beautiful. Arjuna himself is telling, my dear Arjuna, only by undeviated devotional service, bhaktyatvam ananya shakya. That means only the ananya bhakti, that means undeviated devotional service, can be understood as I am standing before you. That means whatever Krishna is in 200 form can be seen only by devotional sense. If you have some punya and you are in heavenly planets, you can see Vishwarupa if Krishna wishes so. Then more than that, you do some more devotional service, some mukti kind of a thing. You can at least reach to Vaikuntha door like the 4 Kumaras reached. But then to go to Goloka Vrindavan, that pink lotus which we saw on the Goloka chart, to go there, you have to do devotional service. It's not so easy, Krishna is saying. So, and thus you can see me directly. Only in this way you can enter into the mystery of my understanding. My dear Arjuna, one who has engaged in the pure devotional service free from the contamination from the previous activities and from the mental speculation, who is the friendly to all living entities, certainly come to me. That the devotees only can come to Krishna. Mat karma kran, mat paramo, mat bhakta sangavarchita. Then naivarya sarva bhuteshu yasa ma eti pandava. That is only such devotees who are bhaktaha, mad bhaktaha. Krishna is telling, man mana mad bhakto, mad bhakto. Again and again Krishna is telling, not the bhakta of somebody, Mad Bhakto, my devotee. That means Krishna's devotee can only see Krishna. It's not possible by any others. That's the whole thing that is said in this chapter. So I hope we could understand, we could reach somewhere seeing that universal form, why Krishna showed to say that this form is not very important, but even Arjuna saw, but he was not happy. So why are you behind this universal form? Better you worship my original two-handed form. So in next chapter name itself is Bhakti Yoga. So next chapter, Krishna is going to tell about the Ananya Bhakti, right? Bhakti Atva Ananya Shakya. He said about the Ananya Bhakti. So in 12th chapter, he is going to explain about the Ananya Bhakti. That means because Arjuna desired to see universal form, but he was not satisfied. So why are we behind that universal form? We have to be behind that two-handed form which Arjuna saw, and he felt so happy after seeing it, right? So that's what it is here said. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Did Krishna create Shiva like Vishnu? Creation, Shiva, Krishna did not create. It's actually Krishna himself. When he want to come here, like Krishna becomes Vishnu. I don't know if I can show the Goloka chart to you all, but when Krishna comes, becomes Balaram, and Balaram becomes Vishnu, the four Sankarshana, Aniruddha, Pradyumna, and Vasudeva, then he becomes Vishnu, and when he wants to come to this planet, material world, like if Durga is the Devi of this material world, then Shiva is also there, her husband, no? So when Krishna, Durga is none other than Lakshmi itself, but when she comes to this material world, she acts like Durga. There is Yogamaya and Mahamaya, right? I explained. Yogamaya is for devotees in spiritual world. Mahamaya is in this world. So Mahamaya is Durga, Yogamaya is the Lakshmi potency of Krishna. So that means she is giving happiness there. Here, she is creating miseries for this material people because she wants to take you back to Krishna. Right? She wants to convince that this world is not for you. Please come back. For that sake, she starts attacking us so that we'll come back one day to Krishna. So to engage with her, same Lakshmi, right? She came it as Mahamaya here, same Yogamaya of Krishna, but she came here as Mahamaya. So Krishna also comes here, but not in the Vishnu form. He comes in the Shiva's form so that he can reform us. Shiva is like the father of this material world. He comes, he gives us material body and all the facilities. So he gives. With Durga, he comes. But then Vishnu can become Shiva, but Shiva cannot become Vishnu. So, like the milk, you have a milk in your home and you put a lemon, squeeze lemon onto it, it becomes curd or it becomes like a paneer and a curd, first of all. So, you can't turn the curd to milk. You can turn milk to a curd, fresh milk to fresh curd, but you can't turn the curd to the milk, right? That's the difference. So, Vishnu can become Shiva, but Shiva cannot come to the position of Vishnu. Even there are differences in the qualities. Krishna has the highest qualities. Okay. Then comes Vishnu. Like Krishna has 64 qualities. Vishnu has 60 qualities. Shiva has little lesser than Vishnu's qualities. And Jiva has only 50 qualities. So in this way, they are little descending in order. But then Shiva is not like us, like a small material entity like us. Shiva is Shiva Tattva. He's different. He acts like spiritual master. That's why there is Rudra Sampradaya also, right? It came from Krishna. It came from Krishna to Shiva, and then expanded this knowledge to us. So Shiva acts like Tattva. So Vishnu did not create Shiva. Vishnu himself became Shiva. But then the difference is the mood is different. The qualities are different. The duties are different. Everything is different from Vishnu. But the same person there. But he can't become Vishnu. Vishnu can become Shiva. So Brahma is like the Jiva, like us. Brahma keeps on changing, right? A Brahma Bhuvanar Loka Punaravati Nochana. That means Janma, even Brahma has to take different Janmas. But then Shiva is not like that. Shiva is the one and the same. Okay, that's the difference. If I can show you the Goloka chart, I don't know where it is. If I can show you, then it will be very easy for you to understand what is who is Shiva, who is uh, Vishnu, and everything. 1 second. Those who want to learn about Goloka chart can stay here. Yes, I shared you already, right? In the group, I'll share the same thing in mobile. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I'll try to share. Okay. Yes, you can see this Goloka chart here. Okay. I hope you can see this. You can see this Goloka chart here. So this is the Goloka, the pink lotus here, right? And the middle is the Radha Krishna form. And then what happens? Krishna himself expands to Balaram. You can see here the the Goloka chart. If you read in the side, left and right side, you can completely understand who is Vishnu, who is Shiva, and everything. Okay, so here Swayam Rupa, Krishna is Swayam Rupa. That means he is Swayam Bhagavan. Krishna expands himself. He first expands to the Balaram, to whom he expands to Vasudeva Aniruddha. See in Goloka chart here, in this way, right? The 4 doors are there. You can see this is Aniruddha, Pradyumna, Vasudeva, and Sankarshana on the 4 sides of Goloka. But then still further, there is Ayodhya in middle. You can hear me? Hare Krishna. Okay. I don't know suddenly what happened. Anyways, I'll show you this. Okay. So here you can see this Goloka chart here, right? So okay, then down after Ayodhya, there comes this Vaikunta. Vaikunta is below Ayodhya. So after Vaikunta, the Ayodhya comes where Rama stays. So Vaikunta is here. And again, you see there is same 4 doors. And the 4 doors are again same people. Sankarshana, Aniruddha, Pradyumna, and Vasudeva. And Balaram is said as Sankarshana. Okay. Sankarshana, the Mula Sankarshana, or the main. And then he expands to the 4 other. So then there is yes, there is again Lord Narayana who comes. Okay, and then the Lord Narayana, he comes in the 24 parts, that's in Vaikunta. And then again he again comes here to this in the side of the material world. It's like they are the Swa Amsha of Krishna. That means the Swa Amsha of Balaram. Okay, The Karanodakashai Vishnu, as I said yesterday, the Karana, the Mula, the main reason for the Lord creation, the main reason who created, that's Karanodakashai Vishnu, who floats in the air. Then there is Garbhodakashai Vishnu inside every universe, and he is like a from whom navel the Brahma is coming. Okay. Then the Kshirodakshai Vishnu, who is in the heart of every living entity. So now, so you see this Goloka chart here. Above the Goloka chart, and this is the Vishnu with Lakshmi in the Vaikunta. And then you come here down, you see this Brahma Jyoti here. You see this light and all this. The black part is Mahakal, that's the Lord Shiva's. And there is Sadashiva also on the top. Sadashiva Loka is not easy to go there. So those who meditate, the so-called Shiva Bhaktas, today's people, they go to this Mahakal Dham, which is connected to this material world. So after some time, they'll come back here. Sadashiva Loka is for the devotees, not for everybody to go there. Devotees of Vishnu. So he recites Bhagavatam and everything there in Sadashiva Loka. Mahakal Dham is where the Lord of the destruction is staying. That's Shambhu. The Shiva, the Rudra form is in Mahakal Dham. The Shiva, the golden Karpura Gauram, he is in the Sadashiva form, in the upper planet. He is almost the spiritual planet here on the top. Then, so when Vishnu wants to come to this material world, when he wants to enter this material world, and he creates Maya. But when you have a servant in your home, and the owner, he does not himself tell to go to that servant and tell what work has to be done. He tells to his wife, and wife tells to the servant. Right? In that olden days, that was the hierarchy. Husband or the owner of the home, he won't tell directly to the servant. Owner tells to his wife, and wife will go to the servant and tell. Similarly, Vishnu is never connected to Maya. Vishnu is different, Maya is different, right? Where there is Maya, there is no Vishnu. Where there is Vishnu, there is no Maya. But then his own energy. But then he won't really go near her. But then sometimes he have to go. And how does he go? He goes in the form of Lord Shiva there. So Vishnu himself, he is in the form of Shiva. So it's kind of a contamination in the purity. That's kind of a thing. So Shiva is Tattva. He's not like us, all Jiva. He's Tattva. He's the devotee. So he's Tattva. And then Rama. By putting a glance on Lakshmi, Lakshmi becomes a kind of a Maya, like Durga Devi. So Durga Devi, she enters into this material world. She puts us in these three modes of material nature. And her husband is Shiva, like a Shambhu or Rudra. Okay, you now understood. And then there is this material world which is coming here. And these are the four. And this is Garbhodakashai Vishnu, from whose navel the Brahma has come. And this is, you can see here, Paramatma, small form here sitting. So that is Paramatma in everybody's heart. So how small, minute engineering is done by Krishna here. Even a small ant also has Paramatma in his heart. So how great is Krishna? And you can see here somewhat thread going. What is it? What is this? Thread going. From the earth, there is somewhat thread going here on the top. Which thread is that? Like an umbilical cord of a mother to the child. There is one umbilical cord between us and Krishna. That is Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And you see, it's going from here, top. It reaches Vaikunta, but it won't stay here. It goes even further, even further, even further. And it reaches to where? It reaches to Krishna. And that umbilical cord is Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That's what Golokera Premadvani Harinam Sankirtan. Okay, now you understood why Hare Krishna Mahamantra is important. You have to pass all this and go to Goloka, but you don't have time. What is the easiest way? Tightly hold this thread. Then you will reach Goloka easily. That is Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay. Now we got this. Hare Krishna. name. The devotees, ISKCON devotees, Prabhupada wanted this Goloka chart. It is on the basis of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam Puran, it is all explained in that Bhagavat Puran, how Goloka is, where is Vaikuntha, and everything is explained. And on that basis, the Vedic planetarium is also been made on that whole cosmos. In the third canto of Bhagavatam and in the fifth canto of Bhagavatam, whole cosmos of this material world, how spiritual world is, everything is explained. Okay, by Kapila Muni, and even in the fifth canto, it's explained there how this world is made and how different it is from the spiritual world, how spiritual world is, and where is Goloka, where is Vaikuntha, everything is explained. On that Shastra basis, this Goloka chart is made by ISKCON devotees on the order of Srila Prabhupada. Okay. What are the 4 names in the chart? What are the 14 names? Maybe they are the names of Lord Vishnu. Different avatars. There's Guna avatar, Leela avatar. On the main focus, if Guna avatar is there, it focuses on the Guna of that incarnation. Leela avatar on the pastimes of that incarnation. So they're different. You can go through the Goloka chart and know that. Okay. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhi eva cha patitana pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnavandi ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, I'll end this class now. So tomorrow is Bhakti Yoga.